Yo, yo. Yeah, man. Man, Jaguar, man. We got AP in the building.
Peace, peace. This is the brother Aboriginal Power, Henny Awaste, Halito, peace, love, and light. Let's get it, y'all. How y'all doing this evening?
Word, man. Hope everybody doing all right, man. We wanted to get into some.
Jag, what's up, man?
Oh, what's up? What's up, Chief?
Shit, chilling, man, chilling. AP, what's up, brother? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling,
Shit, we
man.
got the big bro Chief Holiday in the building, man. Give big ups to the brother
Grand
Chief.
rising to all the American Aborigines,
Grand Rise.
aka the first Americans, the
Yeah,
first
man.
family.
Yeah,
What it
man. The
do?
first Americans, man, and the father of the Africans. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we
Yeah,
gonna do
man.
it.
Yeah, I figure we can get into some community build, man. We're gonna start something original community where we gonna hit real life topic and really get into some real life.
Right, absolutely. And we also want feedback from the chat. So we would like comments, questions, constructive criticism, whatever the case may be. We will answer anybody in the chat that we can get to. And it's just gonna be a family bill, y'all. We at the house, man. It's just a family here. Kick off your shoes. Let's talk.
That's right.
Peace to the Empress. I open. She's the first in the building.
Who
Salute to how you say who was?
Yeah.
Empress I open.
Oh, okay. I don't know how we
Halito,
got this.
Halito. I can't see the chat right now.
Halito
So
to everyone in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for coming in. If you would like, share, subscribe for those who are new.
Hey,
And we
Jag,
really,
you got reverb.
huh?
You got to mute something. You might have turned it down.
Yeah, my thing.
yeah, turn everybody mics up. I think might need to turn everybody mics up. You know, we all cool, calm, collective people, man. So
All right.
We
Y'all
are.
still here?
yeah, we cool. We pretty calm.
It's still
Yeah,
an
man.
echo going.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we still got that echo going on.
I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from, man.
Hold on.
Yeah, y'all give us a sec, man. We just trying to make sure the feedback ain't too much because that can be a little disruptive on a bill. If
Well,
it's
it's not me and you.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
probably me, man. So I'm gonna just mute my mic till it's my turn to speak.
It sounds like it's gone, period, now.
It might be.
Is it gone now or what? Y'all start speaking while my mic is
Mic check,
unmuted.
mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check. Y'all give us a one or a two. One if it's got, yeah, I can hear it.
Nah, it's at it. You think you can go out and come back? It'll clear it up.
It
It
probably
might
will.
clear it up like that.
Yeah, that's what we'll
Yeah.
do. Y'all give us a sec, y'all. We're gonna start it right back.
Oh, you just gonna start over in period in general? Nah,
Um,
he just went out and see how it sound when he come back.
okay.
Cause we good, and if he come back and it's good, then
Yeah, man, you good then.
right.
Okay
If
then.
not, then he just gonna have to mute, and then.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. All right.
Is everything back right? What it sounding like? Everything sweet? Is everything sweet?
Yes.
I, I think we good. Yeah, you might have
Yeah,
to
it's a
use
little
a
better.
different app.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Yeah, so like I say, man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the gods, the kings, the queens, the supremes. I ain't mean to say queens. Y'all already know we did realize what that word means. So excuse me for that. But yeah, we really do appreciate y'all coming out. You know, it is in the morning. It's hard for me to get these morning bills, but I really want to try to do it a little bit more often and go live more often, man. I had a real person that I cared about passed last week, so that's what kind of delayed me this time. But everything good because I know she made it to the higher side and you know helping us reach our higher selves. So much love and respect to her, and we're gonna keep it rolling, man. This right here is community bill for the original. You know what I'm saying? This is not even against no race, no other culture, or nothing. This is just original community build. You know what I'm saying? This is for people who want to build their community to the highest and their families and themselves. You know what I'm saying? So the topic of it is abandoned. We got somebody might have to mute their mic. All right. We know people that has been in families and or people that might be in family now, families now that are abandoned. And oh, that's Corey Mayo. Peace, Corey Mayo. Shout out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you stopping through, man. We might get a few more jumping in, y'all. This is really a heavyweight jam. So, we really would like y'all to share it. Let some people know, even if they ain't even on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Let your cousins know or whoever, man. This is about bringing the family together right now. You know what I'm saying? This some real life topic. So, but abandoned. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's people who have this going on within their families now, and we have seen, or some of us, are victims of abandoned families. You know what I'm saying, or being abandoned as a child. Or just people who even on the streets. Most people that are homeless and are on drugs. Not most, but a good majority of them uh, are not even considered, eligible to read. You know what I'm saying? Or they not, they was in special classes. You know what I'm saying? Needing special help. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people who are normal who are out there, due to life situations, you know, and it's just all kind of circumstances. But we just want to really hit on what abandoned and being abandoned is. You know what I'm saying? It's basically leaving behind your responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, there is a definition for it, but this is the abandoned we talking about. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of families, probably in our neighborhoods, or like I say, in our families that have been abandoned. And this is one of the major problems that causes uh karma, blockages. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to dig deep within yourself and really know who you are, know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? These type of things is what stray people away to other cultures and to other ideologies and to foreign relations and stuff like that. Because once you are abandoned, you want to find something that you can connect with, and most of the time it's an emotional connection, and every emotional connection ain't a good one. So we really want to get out here and really speak to the people more and help our communities. You see these people on the streets, or you see your cousin that you never met before, or your aunt, or even some of your grandparents. However, whatever happened within the family, we know some things is real personal. Some people got, you know, fights and murders, and some people had some, uh, uh, cheating within the family and all this and that, and some of those things can be serious, to make one side of the family go against the other, you know, and these are the things that we really got to fix in our communities and with ourselves, even with trying to learn who we are, because that right there is going to always be in the way. You know what I'm saying? And we really just want people to give feedback on how to give social help to these type ventures. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to really set up programs for people to uh, jump into the help out, get in their communities and bring people together. You know what I'm saying? It's not even just like I said, it's not even just about families. It's about, friends, people that that are out there lost. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody else want to jump in and say something before we kind of move ahead, to what the point is, y'all can jump in, man, anytime, man. But
Yeah, absolutely. It's time for us to stop being so scared of social contact. Maybe like you said, the people that you don't know, or the people that you're unfamiliar with, or people of your other family that your other family maybe got animosity towards. It's up for us to be able to speak truth and let the truth resonate, and we should be here for a leaning shoulder for one another to speak on, because everybody has their own problems, everybody has their issue. Nobody is perfect, but the key to that is it leaves you a process to be in active of, which is perfection. Perfection is an ongoing occurrence that you have to upkeep. You will never be perfect, but perfection is an ongoing occurrence. So we must just keep on perfecting our craft, perfecting us as better people, as better friends, as better brothers, as better fathers, better brothers. And that's just how we need to do it, man. And I'm yield the mic.
that's right, man. And that's you know what I'm saying. That's one of the main points of it. You know what I'm saying. Being what you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying. You can ask a person, what's a man or what's a woman, and you're gonna get all kind of answers. I learned this from one of my teachers. You know what I'm saying. Ask somebody, well, what is a man? What is a woman? And you really gotta know what it is to be a man. You got to know what it is to be a woman. We came here, and you got to do that, and you got to be there first, of course. But it comes with responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? You out here making babies. You got to make sure you doing what you need to do to keep that up. It's really fun if you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's about keeping yourself in check and in balance, making sure you're always growing inside and out. You know what I'm saying? Making people grow around you. You know, it's like I say, I don't witness people who have families with no fathers in their family. I'm talking about from their aunts, cousins, um, um, even till now. They children got children, and the fathers ain't around. It's like some type of generational curse. And you know what I'm saying? And this is the type of stuff we gotta break. Now I know certain people done certain things, man, in their life to cause these type of things, and we can't forget that, of course. But just like just like they say, if you want to get to a higher place, you got to be able to give. And some people just don't have the knowledge or the info to, make that progression, and or they don't know who they can reach out to talk to. You know what I'm saying? They don't know who, you know, they can speak up about it on. This stuff is real serious. You know what I'm saying? This cause anxiety, heart problems, migraines for people. You know what I'm saying? They say if you don't open your mouth about what you need, you might get a sore throat. You know, shit is real, man. That's why I'm a big advocate of getting to the land, because the more we get to the land of study of ecology, the more we can understand ourselves. And that's what we've been abandoning also, our land, simply because we're trying to live another culture, due to colonization, due to now people that look like you trying to convince you, that you come from somewhere else. When the whole time you got family here, you know what I'm saying? That's that's steady growing. You got all kind of little cousins and nieces and nephews and stuff. And you mean to tell me if they don't catch on to the knowledge, you gonna jump way across the water and stay in Africa with some people you never met before because they
Right.
telling you that's your family? That's
No, you
abandoned.
no you
You
that's
abandoned.
that's definitely abandoned. You see what I'm saying? And what's also abandoned is that we abandon the blood, sweat, and tears, the thoughts, the creativity, the
Right.
imagination, the hard work, the labor, the positioning of our ancestors on this land. Okay? Well, they left shit here for us to try to understand. They left the mathematics, they left the science, they left the ecology, they left the irrigation, they left the agriculture. Okay? And we just going to abandon it to a continent that perhaps majority of the people here, the so-called black Americans, have no relation to, at
Right.
least within the last 400 years. Can we not take pride in what our ancestors of this land has accomplished?
Facts.
The same shit that Egypt stands on. Building, which is the pyramids, mathematics, agriculture, science. That's the same shit that Egypt is glorified in the Pan African movement, but we have shit that predates it or roughly around the same time. But we can't take pride in the shit that our ancestors left us. We can't take pride in the science that our ancestors left us. That's abandoning everything that they stood for. And I hear the mic.
Well, um, you know, Jag said something earlier. He said, it's about, responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Running away from your responsibility. We know that story, right? Well, men stand up, stand tall, sturdy. You know what I'm saying? That's what men do. Men don't run away from the responsibility. They fight for their land. They fight for their families. They fight for what's right. You know what I'm saying? And we fighting for the truth. And that's why we going hard the way we going. And I don't think they understand that, man. Like we got so much going for us on our side. We on our land, honoring our ancestors, fighting. Our ancestors are fighting through us. Ain't no ghost, ain't nothing spooky gonna do it. You as a man gotta step up and take responsibility. Oh no, no, we want the women to lead us. Let the women stand out front. I've I've heard that from men.
I've heard that
No,
too. That's crazy.
we gotta step up. Yeah, that's real crazy. Like, yeah, they just want to wear dresses and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I want an apron and you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So no, men step up, man. Men take responsibility. Right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna take responsibility. No matter what the consequences of that action, you still stand tall and stand on it.
That's right.
So a lot of times, man, we standing on what we're saying, and like I said, we're presenting evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what's crazy to me, right? They ask us for evidence, right? All the time. I've just got to just debating with somebody, right? Chat room and stuff, right? And and I'm like, yo, I said craniology. I said Luzia, Naya, right? I mean, I don't have to say no more after that. There's no more conversation.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And then
Well,
she wrote in the chat room, well, Africa has the oldest skeletons. I said, we're talking about America. Whether or not we were here first, we have the bones. Like, if you're identifying yourself with Africa, how are you doing it?
Right.
Right? Let's start there because DNA is new, so they didn't use DNA a long time ago. That's all they're using right now, right? Is DNA. But I ask you, how do you do that, right? If you say a skull, right? They have the old skull in Africa. One, I ask you the name of it. Two, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, if the skull is old, right? You had to have. Oh, okay, forget the age, right? You have to, if you identify yourself with that skull, it has to be a reason why you know that skull is a Negro, right? That's called craniology. They measure the skull, they measure bones, hips, stuff like that. It's oh, this is a female, this is a this is a Negro, right? Based on the measurements of those bones. Period. There's no getting around that. That's the oldest, most reliable way how people are be identified. Then when they have the paleontologists reconstruct the faces and stuff, that's admissible in court. Check. There's no getting around. DNA is not admissible in court because it's for entertainment purposes only. Craniology is admissible in court. It is the oldest, most reliable way that they identify people on this planet, man. That's simple. That's not up for argument. Check. And those are just the oldest 11,500, 12,000 years, right? Those are just the oldest. But 5,000 years, 3,000 years, 2,000 years, 1,000 years are Negroes. Check. It
That's
was
right.
no. Come on, man. I mean, like, we can't keep having these type of same conversations, yo. Like,
right.
these dudes will tell you that 15,000 years ago, that some mixed people walked across the Bering Strait crossing, right? Well, 15,000 years ago in Siberia, the people were chocolate. Remember Cheddar Man? I mean, yo, these are simple
Right.
arguments. Like, this is the basis of arguments.
And what they say is, well, these people changed their skin tone due to their dietary diets, right? And to what they was ingesting. Wrong. There's a group of black people that's been living side by
That's
side with the Eskimos that eat the same thing. Their skin is not changed. Their melanin is still preserved. Their phenotype has still been handed down on that landmass. Okay? Mongoloids, these fake Native Americans, which is the opposition argument to what we're dealing with. We're dealing with Pan Africans and proving that the majority of Pan Africans, which was started in America, are not even Africans. On the opposition of that, we got Native Americans saying that we ain't even aboriginal to this land. But dig this. They took Native Americans from this land to the islands, to Angola, to Sierra Leone. Okay, you don't see mongoloids in these areas. Where did you go? If they took mongoloids here, from here to these places, why do you not see that phenotype in these places? Because they didn't take those people. They took the real Indians. who they say resemble modern African, Southwest Pacific Islanders, and Australians. These are the people that they took to these islands. The people that resemble you, the people that resemble your brother, your mother, your sister, your uncles, the people that don't even know who their true origin is, the people that still got European last names. You are the people.
That's right. So how you think it feel when you know you got that granddaddy or that daddy or that mama that's done left you? It's the same thing that's going on your land. When you got a mass people that are indigenous to a land on the same frequency of abandoning their culture, languages, genealogy, and themselves, you are abandoned. Period. This is why this shit is deep, and this is why this shit matters. Excuse my language. You know, the children should be in school right now, but y'all know how we do. Cause it's serious. You know what I'm saying? We know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? If you've been abandoned by your family because you went to go study something that they ain't know nothing about. It's the same thing. Why? Because we speaking another language. We live in another. I don't know what culture we really live in. Really, they say it's uh, you know, whatever. But as a mass people all together, what culture are we living? Everybody else's. It's now we finally starting to bring the culture back and apply it ourselves as much as we can. But it's hard because you got too many people around you that's not doing it. They abandoned. They abandoned you. They abandoned the land. So that makes you abandon each other. You see, you got that cousin. It might be an alcoholic, your uncle, whatever, on the streets. You don't know what he might have went through. You got people out here that's done been laced. Yeah, you shouldn't have might have been, yeah, you might have shouldn't have been smoking. You should have known who you was dealing with and all that. Yeah, that comes with real life too. You gotta know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here partying with just anybody, dealing with people that you never seen or you really don't know, taking Xanaxes and Roxys and all kind of pills and stuff, and here you is on the side of the road left. This is real, man. This is what's going on with our people. This should be going on with our women. You know what I'm saying? It's time to really snap out of it and really bring our people together, man. For
Right.
yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take you. That's gonna make your cord stronger to the higher spirits and a higher energy of Hawa and the inner you, the real you. You know what I'm saying? The real you. Don't abandon yourself. Don't abandon your family. Don't abandon your land.
That's a
It's
fact.
that serious.
And don't abandon your innermost power, what they might call God, or what the Masons capitalize as a G. Everybody got an inner G inside of you. And with inside of your energy, you pull out energy, the source of power.
That's right.
It resides in you.
That's right.
Yeah, shalom, shalom, everyone.
Long Corey Mayo. Big
Halito,
snap.
big bro.
Yeah, I've been hearing good words for everybody.
P, what?
I just want to, say my words in this and everything. So, yeah, I think it's very important. Like Jaguar was saying, it's not just about learning and knowing who you are. Are you eating right? Are you living right? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you in tune with the Most High? With the Creator that created you. Are you connected to that? Whatever you want to call it. But we can't there's no separation from that. You know what I mean? That breath you got is for a reason. You know, you breathe. You know, every day you get up and you're alive for a reason. So definitely don't forget all that stuff. It's not just about, you know, learning and reading books and all that. All right. So you got to live good. Also, the other thing is I want to say is for everybody that's listening in and everybody here in the panel as well. You know, when hey, when these when these fools start acting for information, send them over to me. I'm straight up. I'll take the beef. Send them over to my channel. You want to know that? Go to Cootie Mills channel. Like straight up, use me, man. I feel confident enough, that they're not going to be able to disprove any of the information I got. Address it. Make them point out something in my video that's wrong or is not, that's false. They won't be able to. Make them do it, man. If y'all trust me, y'all got my back, and it's not about views. I don't care about the damn views, but I'm tired of them talking all day that we don't have info. And we sometimes do have to show the info. Can't just be saying we know we're right. I know you guys know you're right, but these fools ain't addressing the real info that's out there.
Now
And
you have,
send them my way. Send them my way. Don't let them talk anymore without sending them my way. Make them address me. Make them say my name, because they've been avoiding it since day one.
now you absolutely right, Corey Mayo. They
Right.
block you now that like they blocking me, and like they blocking Attention is one as well, along with a few other brothers. But I noticed once we came on their platform, right? Because they had it in their mind that no Aboriginals do real scholarship. They don't have books. They don't have sources. It's only what Grandma says. Well, we came and started up the whole show with books and sources. And from that time on, they deleted us. They tried to erase us, the information from their platform because they knew it was too much to deal with and it was indebunkable. It was undisputable. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So and that's what we're gonna do, man. We should, and that goes for anybody. If they don't believe me, go check out the other brother pages. You're gonna see the same damn thing. So
Man,
much information, it's gonna make your fucking head explode. So many books and sources, you ain't even gonna be able to sleep at night.
yeah, man. Make them admit that they haven't seen my info. They really haven't, man. That's why they talking all that shit. They wouldn't be so dumb enough to be talking still, man. Trust me, man. And make them look at the info, man. They're saying we don't have info. Like y'all haven't even gone and looked at it. How y'all saying we don't got info? Have y'all gone to any Cootie Mills videos? They
I,
haven't.
I don't even
I
think they
mean,
even went to
They
Attention's
haven't, man.
one
I'm telling you, they
videos.
haven't. That's how dumb
they
they
ain't
are.
went to nobody's videos apparently.
Yeah, they ain't
Um,
going through nobody's.
they,
So
you know
next
what
time,
I mean?
next time they do it, say, hold on, let me put on my boy's video on, and you share my video. That's it, man. Make them address it. These dudes gotta fade out, man. We just keep debating with them. That's silly, man. We're debating with 2-year-olds. You know what I mean? They wouldn't
That's
debate with somebody, with a white person that's saying that Egyptians are still white. They're not gonna debate because they know the Egyptians were black. They're not gonna stoop low enough. So why should we stoop low to them? You know what I mean? Like,
That's why they keep coming up with the excuses and trying to make it all about some fake bombing and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? Why not show the information until what had happened? It was enough information put out there to at least lead the people to some sources or let them know where they need to be looking in order to see what we saying that y'all did lay down. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, like I say, it, it really speaks for itself. You're right. That's why I don't even hop in there. I'm not even subscribed to them guys, man. Like I don't even be knowing when somebody have to let me know they live talking some bull or whatever, and I come in and I'm ready for a debate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing because they know people been put this. Man, like they said, the modern historians have said that the Atlantic trade slave has been a myth since the 1990s, man.
facts.
They've been saying it, man. You just got these group of people in these societies and fraternities who want to push this old narrative, trying to base you in some land somewhere else, man. It's that serious.
listen, I got all the info, all the documentation that the transatlantic slave trade happened in reverse. I'm still working on the videos, but eventually this info's coming out. So we're gonna debunk that so much, man. Like it's gonna be silly for you to think you're African after this information comes out. So what I'm saying is everybody needs to be confident. Like like it's coming out. It's coming out. I already got the info. I just gotta put it together. It's all there, man. We're gonna show it to them. We're gonna wake people up, and just be confident, man, that the info's there. So talk with confidence. When you're saying I'm Aboriginal, straight up. Like
That's a
I
fact.
know.
Yo, hey, you know what, bro? Even when we talk about Aboriginal, right? That sounds so exotic to these people, man. Like they do not get it. So we had to say, like, number one, first, like to explain to them, it means the first, just the first inhabitants of the place. And these same people will tell you that, oh, that yeah, we know that we're proud to be the first people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, does that include America? You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? For all this food and for all the things that came from America that the rest of the world is using,
Right.
why do they put so why do they discredit America so great? Why do they discredit us so much with that? Why do you think that is, bro?
It speaks
I don't,
for itself, man. They don't.
right.
They trying to take what's ours. If I didn't care about a group of people and wanted to take their shit, I'd tell them anything too. Think about it. Y'all, people not realizing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's all about conquering what you got, and they still haven't done it really because the energy that's set on this land with this ecology. When we get into really getting it back into our herbs and flowers and getting to that tree. Everybody got a tree that they supposed to connect with. Yeah, did y'all know that? It's everybody got that specific tree. Everybody
Right.
got a specific bird. Everybody got a specific insect. Goddamn, you got a
Hey,
connection to everything.
Now you're right.
yo,
Eh, Go
hey,
ahead.
Al, real quick, what's the guy's name of on that Discovery Channel show we was talking about earlier today?
That would be Josh Gates.
Josh Gates, right? Is he a doctor?
He's a world one of the world's famous archaeologists.
Archaeologist. So he's like Indiana Jones, right? All right.
Pretty much,
So
yes.
I seen these guys, right, uncover using LiDAR, it was in a helicopter, used LiDAR, found a city, went into the city, whatever, found pyramids and shit, right? Covered up, and then, you know what I'm saying, they excavate, doing certain things, all these other things, right? When they showed the reenactment of the people, or even when they talk about the people, first off, Mayans didn't build no pyramids, number one.
Facts.
No, no, number two. They always show they do the mind thing on purpose because they're trying to switch the dates up and switch things up in your mind. For these guys to be so smart, they know this and they know the bones and they know the craniology of those bones that they find in there when they go into these temples. They know they're not uh Native Americans. Y'all follow me? Remember Louisiana and those people? These are the people that we're talking about. The paintings, depictions, or whatever, they're the depictions of copper, tone, brown, mahogany people. Check. I mean, goddamn. Okay. But when these guys show the reenactment for the people, they show Tonto. Y'all follow me? They show they're right there in the face. They show it right there.
Right.
And this is the brainwashing that goes on. So when these guys see that, they say, "Well, what are you guys talking about?" They just showed
Right.
us Tonto.
But
You
then,
see it?
but
This is
di-
right here.
but then go dig up the bones in the same place and show them with dreads and gold teeth. It don't.
That's my point. That's my point. They know they ain't gonna find nothing but Negroes, right? They know this. This not. They know this, and they know that the mixture hadn't happened. The admixture hadn't happened yet, right? So they know this hadn't happened yet. So why would you keep continuing to keep pushing that narrative that these people were mestizos when this was Egypto America? They should be calling that Egypto pyramids that they found, not Mayan pyramids. These are not Mayan pyramids that you're finding
Fact.
in America. Goddamn. And listen, I feel like we need to call Josh and these cats to the rug. Stop doing this. That's That's being that's not even being scientists. That's not even being that's being fuck
It's
boys.
fraud.
That's what it's past fraud. So yeah, that's what we on, man. And Brian Forster, I be at his ass. You know what I'm saying? He go live. He try to do the same shit. Motherfucker, you got skulls in your motherfucking house, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? But he always want to aliens. They want to give everybody else credit, but our ancestors for America. That's crazy. We can't do that. We that would be it would be like if you really was from Africa and somebody was like telling you wasn't from Africa and just disowning you from all your ancestry, all your you Zulu, but they telling you ain't Zulu. That's what y'all tell us we ain't what we are. That's crazy. You can't even replace it with nothing but a fucking DNA test. Is you serious? Like think about it now. Garfield says I'm gonna pay for your DNA test. That's all he can offer. He can't give me a tribe. He can't give me shit of a culture, a language. He can't thing, right? Attached to that DNA test. But we telling you to check your DNA, your genealogy, go get your papers. You might have land attached to them fucking papers. You got your real people attached to them papers in real graves. See what I'm saying? He talking about some fantasy island shit. But we pseudo. We on our land talking about we from this land, and you got fantasy island and fantasy boats, but we pseudo. And we got the science, the math, the scholarship, and every motherfucking thing that you could think on our side. And you really? This ain't even a debate no more. I've been said that. I'm not
Right.
debating
And,
that
and
anymore.
what and what we got to do is, since they like to use science, we got to force them to really use updated science. If they're going with an update version of migration of cradle of civilization and humankind, the earlier stages will go to out of Africa theory. This is early stages. I'm talking 1800s all the way up to your early 1900s. After science started doing data work, the whole out of Africa theory debunked itself.
That's right.
According to dispersion maps, the new topic of conversation is into Africa theory. Who came into Africa to inhabit it and create who we call Africans first? Was it the Asians or was it the Americans? This is the story. So when y'all start talking about out of Africa, can you show us any updated form from 2009 all the way up to 2018 that proves the out of Africa theory? Absolutely not. There's no scientific, no geneticists, no archaeologists, no scientists that will agree that the out of Africa theory is plausible. Okay? So you got to use updated, calibrated versions of what geneticists are saying.
That's right.
Yeah, and I mean, before out of Africa theory, there was an worldwide, out of Asia theory. So I mean, people forgot about that history because they definitely knew it was. They knew it wasn't coming. They weren't coming from Africa back then. They knew that straight up. So since they always thought America was a new world with their hijacked thinking, they was always looking to see where the hell the American Aborigines came from, but they knew it wasn't from Africa. Their whole theories was Asia, and also the other thing is the way Garfield and them are using pseudo. They're not even using pseudo the right way. They assume it means something like old or outdated. If you go to the etymology of pseudo, it means false. It means lie. So he's straight up saying that we're lying. He's straight up saying calling us liars, man.
Right. Right.
So we need to address all that shit with him, man, and tell him what part is a lie. Show us.
Exactly. Just from what you got on the screen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So this is one example, man. They ain't ready for what I'm about to bring out. What we're learning, what we're realizing.
Deep right here.
And I found this out in Harvard, an article Harvard University had, and some work done in the expedition that was done in Palenque in Mexico and on different sites. This is the true old world. This is the foundation. This is the cradle civilization. This is the fertile crescent. All that you've heard from the old world, it's over here on this side. I found the pyramid of Cholula, largest base, largest pyramid in mass in the world.
That's right.
And we also got the tallest, and thanks to AP reminding us about that, La Danta.
La Danta.
Right? So we have the widest base, 4 times bigger than the ones in Egypt, and bigger in mass. The Pyramid Cholula, which is a mountain right now, they build a church on top of it. They cover it, well, they let it overgrow, and they build a church on top of it. And this is the largest by mass pyramid in the world. All right, and 4 times bigger. The base is bigger than any pyramid in Egypt. We also have the tallest in La Danta. You know, we have it all right here. Talking about architecture, civilization, science, megalithic structures. They don't have none of that over there. UB News already exposed that with their fake pyramids. All right, it's a movie stage over there. It's so false. Talking about pseudo, it's so it's such a big hijack. It's a movie set over there, and everybody fell for it. We all
That's
fell
right.
for it. All right, but we're waking up. Everything is on this side. Start researching for everything on this side. You see, you're gonna find it. Trust me.
That's right.
And for those, I'm gonna throw this out there, okay? For those who think that Olmecs came from Africa, we must understand that something's in contribution or attribute that the Olmecs had, okay? They had a very, very sophisticated glyph system that you only find pieces and ribbatives of in Africa. You only find the complete forms of it in America that can be explained. That can be explained through migration. And over time, the science was lost. We can explain why there's hundreds of Olmec statues here in America, and there's only two in Africa, dominantly West Africa. And the art and detail is very different. It's actually a lot worse artwork in Africa. That can be explained as well through migration. Do you see then you go to Africa, you see a connection with the Mande language, which is roughly some of the oldest languages, right? That shows forms of Olmec languages. So it could give you sounds of what Olmecs would have said when they spoke their words. But you only find small forms of it. You see the largest forms in Nevada on the cave walls. Okay? That can be explained through migration as well. So what I'm saying is the Olmecs never came from Africa. They went into Africa.
That's right.
They never came from Asians. They met up with Asians in
That's right.
Africa. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been out here, man. Man, the reason they always trying to assimilate that it's the European messing with history is because there you got real Europeans actually doing real history and not no institution or no organization or not no society type of research that is controlled. You know what I'm saying? That's really mind controlling, just like religion. You know what I'm saying? It really is mind controlling. But some religions do help people, certain people. Certain people do need religion. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it ain't about abandoning nobody. It's not about abandonment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
You
gotta know
absolutely.
how to let and be
And
able to
some
raise them.
right. We got to learn how to read between the lines. Corey Mayo, let's have a dialogue for a second, brother. I love to build with you, man, because you understand the science. If we start reading in between the lines, if we look in the center of things, for instance, in Mexico, what do we see in the middle of the word Mexico?
The she.
We see a she or XI, right? When you look at modern Phoenicians or even earlier people that traveled on boats, what symbol do you see as well implemented? The XI. When you go over to Egypt and you deal with the Book of the Dead or the Pyramid Text or Kente Mentu, they give reference to people who started their civilization. You know what they call them? Amashi, Amu Shi, Amu XI. And we know that these people are in the center, they are in the middle of the science that has been implemented all over the world. These are the people that share it. They're in the middle of almost every term. You can find it.
Yeah, man. Phoenicians and Carthaginians were on this side, and they eventually started navigating the world and colonizing different parts of it. It includes Africa and Egypt, and that the one from today. So they in our history they say, oh yeah, they came from the Middle East because they're supposed to be descendants of Hebrews, right? But this is the old world, so they were coming from here. We have a lot of Phoenician artifacts here, especially in Mexico, some in Brazil, and we also have found Phoenician writings in Massachusetts.
That's
And
facts.
so, and that was all from here. And they were expelled. They were kicked out of here. That's why they had to go settle over there in Africa.
That's right. And getting back to the Amashi, right? We all see that same symbolized or that same name pop up throughout what we call Mayan history or glyph systems or codexes, right? Or mirrors, uh, cuckoo cow or Quetzalcoatl is also symbolized. You always catch an XI symbolized by him, telling who he is. So you can see the phenotype of the sheep people.
Yeah, you go even deeper. Kukulkan means law-given high priest in Phoenician.
That's right.
And so, who are we really talking about?
Right, right. And I think they got a pyramid of Kukulkan that they I think it's known as the Russian doll pyramid. Uh because it's three pyramids inside of one another. So
Oh, that's the one I'm showing. That's the Pyramid of Cholula. That's also the Pyramid of Cult.
yeah,
And
Quetzalcoatl, right.
that,
Yeah, it's
that's
actually
that's the
that's
ancient
three.
Tower of Belus. This is the Tower of Babel. This is the original Tower of Babel.
Yeah, that's deep right there.
Yeah, that's deep.
And it's not me saying it. See, if you guys go do the research, anybody who reads the description of Herodotus and Diodorus of the Tower of Belus, you're gonna find it in the Pyramid of Cholula. And this is from Alexander Humboldt, all the anthropologists, all the historians that came over here and saw the pyramid. I have it in numerous books. This reference, numerous books, not just one, but different people. They're all saying the same thing. And then when you go look at the history of this pyramid and how big it is and everything, you'll see what it really is and how they hid it and how they built their church on top of it and why.
That's deep. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say no one is abandoned, man, because it's all in the scriptures. When you look at the geography of it. Shout out to UB News, man. He did a Exodus write down, where he was marking down the areas of where they were supposed to be, talking about the Exodus in the Bible. Moshe. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you got to go check it out. He's describing to you how all that took place really here in America. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right, and I'm glad that the people sitting here listening. So I want to say halito, blessings to everybody that's coming in on this powerful bill. The topic is abandoned, and we touched on several different topics of how we are abandoning or how we are abandoned. And now we must talk about as a collective group in this Aboriginal, Indigenous, or Tanchan community. Look at it like this: we're on the island by ourselves. We're cast away. We're on an informational island of truth, but it's only us there. We're stranded with the truth and information. You got to look at the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. He was there by himself, and that's us on this island by ourselves. And collective, we dig and we find sources that proves only our theory and what we understand and what resonates in our DNA and and now it's up to us to make it off this island to spread the truth to other parts of the land masses. And that's just what we're dealing with today. So it's up to us to get off of this stranded island, right?
that's
And
right.
tell the world about our truth.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? This is the original community build, man. This is
So yeah, any questions, any comments? I ain't looking in the chats. Maybe one of y'all can jump in there or pull it up on the screen share the chat so we can check out some questions.
yeah. We can see what's up. Yeah, man. Y'all know it's all good, fam. We just really, want to kick it with the community because it's time to make this expansion happen as soon as possible. Because 2020 coming up, and it's gonna be some things that might be a little different, and we need to be on at least one accord or the same accord that you know we can all really just progress on, man. It's not hard. It's easy. It's supposed to be fun. We supposed to be ready to do this. Like I say, A1 put out on his channel that you know we can start doing meetups or lectures or however y'all want to do it, man. Just really make something grow, come up with a plan, get active in the communities because that's what's gonna get us recognized by our people to see, what we doing and if we doing it all on one accord, keeping our spirits high, standing strong, talking to our ancestors, getting into back into the land, connecting with the earth at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that still, you can go to the grave sites, holler at them, talk to them, let them know what we doing. You know, talk to you people. You got because they way up. You know what I'm saying? You got to think that world is that spiritual world is probably, man, you can't imagine it. It's outside the brain. You know what I'm saying? And it's really time for us to utilize the things and the energies and our spiritual ailments that come with us with this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is serious. I don't want nobody jumping out, uh, just just yelling and screaming without balance. You know what I'm saying? Come at people correct. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, get people together, have dinners, create the family reunions again. If y'all want to do a family reunion, let us know. We can all plan one together for our whole families and invite our whole families, like everybody in our families, like on real talk, on the most high. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Contact me. I'll put my email in the chat for the ones who serious. You know what I'm saying? You can always look at my YouTube page too also.
Right. So, any questions in the chat? Any comments? We viewing the chat now. Empress Aoka. Yeah, man, we do need to. Yes, we do need to start our own nations, but what it's going to take is for us to take over our cities collectively, get a hold of our cities. Then you can take over multiple cities, and when you got multiple cities, you got high risk for taking over the state. Once we got a state, that's a country, and a country within a country, we can build nations. So it's a process. We start with the city first.
Yeah, yeah. Regarding the question from Jamasi from ATL, I did read that. Well, we're digging in that there was actually a pharaoh. Well, they found his statues in the Grand Canyon, right? When Kincaid went over there and stuff. And the name there was the Pharaoh Canyon or Canyon. If you can look up the history, you'll see that he was around during the fifth dynasty supposedly, and that's actually where he was in that area of the Grand Canyon. He had a son called Jimisi or Jamasi, something like that. Jimisi, which sounds very familiar, to the Jamasi. We know that the Yamasee, Seminole, and these Creek Confederate Muscogee nations, they all came from Mexico. There's a history there, a migration, and them arriving. We have at least in Kentucky, because we have the Angels of Kentucky in about 1524, I believe, the Muskogee. So you can see when they arrived to the North America. But yeah, there's a lot of correlation to that name there. I've seen it also. It sounds very familiar to, you got Yamasee, you got Tennessee. So, the words are very similar.
Yeah, you absolutely right. Uh, the annuals book also showed migration from the Muskegee and Muskegee meeting in Tennessee, and actually, the Muskegee actually ran off Olmecs out of Tennessee, according to the book,
Yeah,
for
would
rivalry
make
reasons.
sense. So because the Olmecs were in the mountain area before they arrived to Anahuac or Mexico. From there, a lot of them were driven out after a while from that part of Mexico. A lot of the Olmecs ended up as Caribs. They mixed in with the Caribs and other tribes further south, like in Mesoamerica and South America.
Right. And a lot of people in South have a direct connection with the people of Central and South America. That's why it's a necessity for you to do your genealogy, because you can find that some of your great great grandparents migrated from what we call Mexico today into settling in parts of Atlanta, Georgia, Texas, California, Tennessee, and so on. So
That's right.
maybe that's why some of you guys also have Spanish names from great 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 grandfathers that has been passed down to you guys as well.
Yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, as well. So I
Yeah,
got what you would call a Hispanic first name and a European last name. So we was colonized on all levels, and it tells you how the Native Americans was exactly done like that, or the so-called Native Americans, or the Aboriginal indigenous people of this land was assimilated. And the only way you can be assimilated unless your culture stolen, your traditions is abandoned, and you take the name and position of someone else, which is obviously the Crusaders and the colonizers.
that's right. Yeah, man. So we gonna wrap it up, man. We ain't want to hold y'all too long. We just really wanted to lay it down on the thoroughness and the seriousness that we apply, to this bill, for our progression, man. Somebody got to do it, and it's not like I'm out here trying to lead anybody to anything, dangerous. I'm just really trying to get y'all right where you need to be, as far as what I know and how I want to be for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I pity a man who's spitting someone's food, you know, to hell with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm that real. You know what I'm saying? It's about really expanding and really connecting with people who really want to do this the right way and what's really going to leave something behind for your families so everybody can progress for real. You still do your livelihood, you still live your lives, you got businesses, still run them, you got good careers, still have them. You know what I'm saying? It's about turning it into what we got to do for each other, and making our generations, making our cycles, making our currencies more, expansive. You know, just expand, man. I can't say it, no other way. I'm trying to expand in all angles, and it's gonna be hard work. It's gonna be some dedication.
Right.
Get into yourself, your
In the
people.
wise words of Jaguar, strength and progression. Right. We must have the strength to keep progressing and to keep growing at what we need to do. So that's some powerful shit right there. So yeah, man, like I said, this was a powerful build. It's always a blessing building with you brothers, powerful brothers. And also to the chat, y'all already know what it is. Aboriginal Power, man. Peace, love, and light. If y'all don't know who I am, go subscribe to my YouTube channel at Aboriginal Power. And y'all already know what it is.
That's right. Corey Mayo, you got anything you want to leave, or if anybody got any other questions or whatever before we head out, it don't matter, man. How we gonna do it?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say, if you're looking for a place where there's, static free, where we're really thriving up on a pure, loving vibe, peaceful vibe, natural vibe, aboriginal vibe, whatever you want to call it, uh, 432 hertz. You know, I invite everybody to go to 432thedrop.com. It's about to come back very strong and powerful. And you
Right.
know, if you don't know anything about it, go to the website, catch up on the videos of Drop Radio, 42 the Drop Radio on YouTube, and all the other people who throw in the fire like Higher Mart, Natural by Law, and all the rest of the Drop Nation master teachers. You know, join the chat. You know, we have a lot of books in there, and a lot of different things people have posted in the last couple of years. So it's a lot of info there. Join Drop Nation, man, and you know, we build positively there, and it's all about info and love there. And also, I just want to say, I got a lot of info coming out. You know, tune in to the next videos. I have a lot to show, and a lot to correlate. So I'm going to show that nothing separated. All this stuff, whether it's religions, Hebrews, Aboriginals, it's all one thing. It's only one truth. It's not separated like how we have it all separated. And it doesn't, you know, the way we picture it is what how they have taught us things, you know. So we got to go through an unlearning process and relearn again. And with this new correct information, Malachi used to say, right knowledge, right reasoning, right? So you know, you can have that right perspective, right orientation, you know. All right.
That's right. I want to add one more thing before we get out of here. Shout out to the brother Chief Holiday for coming through as well. Powerful energy. You already know who he is. Needless to say anything. Uh, on another note, me, Jaguar, and Thompson this one have been putting together some PowerPoints. And we're in the middle of doing that now, putting together some PowerPoint presentations to break down this whole Aborigine conversation that we've been talking about, just in a nice intellectual PowerPoint. And so we're gonna get ready to start doing some lectures. So if y'all need us to come through to y'all local city, please hit us up at the email, Jaguar email, Corey Mayo, Thompson is one. Shout out to the big bro. Shout out to y'all. Love yourself. Peace, love, and light.
That's right, man. And I appreciate y'all for coming on, man. Shout out to Chief Holiday. Shout out to A1. Shout out to Phoenix Moon, man. She held it down last night, man.
Definitely,
You know,
definitely.
I'm proud of her. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gotta do, man. We stand strong. Our women involved. We got, strong women all around us, man. We gotta make them stronger. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, let's keep each other strong, keep each other uplifted, man. You know what I'm saying? Reach out. You know what I'm saying? Work together. That's how we gotta do it, man. And I appreciate y'all, man. I love everybody that's with us. You know what I'm saying? If you're an infiltrator, if you're a hater, hopefully you'll learn better. I don't even wish nothing bad on you. You know what I'm saying? You just probably just don't know. You probably just don't get it. You probably been abandoned. You probably that's why this is the topic, man. We got to get rid of this abandoned energy. This shit is cursing our people, causing bad karma for us, and it's making it hard to do anything. So let's reach out. Hit us up, y'all. Y'all already know. Peace.
Peace.